Hard, exhilarating, and eventful are just a few words to describe my life up to this point. My name is Reese and I've grown up in a small community called Redland. It is just outside of Oregon City and is where I've spent my whole life. I am the youngest of 3 in a family of 5. Growing up, I was always outside. I enjoyed the outdoors and being in nature. But the one thing I loved the most was fishing. I spent every moment I could fishing. If I wasn't fishing, then I was on the baseball field. I played baseball since I was 6 until I was almost 17. In high school, baseball was what my life revolved around. Then, as I went into my junior year, I got a job working at Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor in their tackle department. I currently have been employed there for 2 years and love my job. I drive a 1996 Chevy Suburban, and at 8 miles to the gallon, I can barely afford gas. I still fish whenever I can, and sometimes I miss playing baseball. Fishing is what I did with my dad. He is a fishing guide, so he has taught me everything that I know. I spent a lot of time with my dad, but that doesn't mean I didn't spend any time with my mom. Summers for me always meant 2 things, fishing and backpacking. Fishing was with my dad, and backpacking was with my mom. I have been on many backpacking trips all over Oregon. The one that is most memorable to me is a trip 6 years ago to South Sister. My mom, my uncle, me, my cousin, and my grandpa, who at the time was 74, all summited the top of South Sister. It was by far one of the hardest things I have ever done, but the view from the top was worth it. I was one of a small amount of 12-year-olds who could say that they had summited a mountain. As for my future, I plan to attend Clackamas Community College and get my prerequisites out of the way, then go down to Oregon State to study environmental science. My main goal in life is to follow my father's footsteps and become a fishing guide. That way I can spend every day out on the water. I also plan to continue backpacking. Every year we take a trip to Mowich Lake, and then we plan one other trip. Even though it was hard, I see many more trips up to the top of South Sister in my future. Just like fishing, backpacking is now in my blood, and I hope it stays that way. As you can see, I have had a very busy life. I am always either working, fishing, or in school. My past was eventful, my present is spontaneous, and my future is unknown. No matter what happens, I know half of my life will be spent on a riverbank, and the other half will be spent with a 50-pound pack on my shoulders.